Tahmooressi back on U.S. soil after his release by a Mexican judge on Friday. This after 214 days in a Mexican jail for taking a wrong turn and driving guns across the border. Our next guest was a major part of the diplomatic effort to get the U.S. Marine released. Ed Royce is the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. And sir, good morning to you and welcome back. 214 days. Why'd this take so long?
Well, originally they were trying to charge him 7 years to 21 years in prison for gun possession. So at the outset, when they put him in the prison in Tijuana, he had tried to escape. We worked, Congressman Matt Salmon and I, to get him moved to the prison in Tecate, visited him there, and began the process of making the argument to the Attorney General that he has the ability under their system to issue a finding to the judge that would allow a humanitarian release based upon the fact that Mexico could not treat for PTSD.
Right.
And the argument I made was we had the report, which we gave the Attorney General from 2 weeks before, when he had gone in, Andrew Tahmooressi had gone into the hospital, the Veterans Hospital there in San Diego, and they had made this analysis. They'd written up a report, and that's what we turned over to the Attorney General.
So you had a hearing in October. How did the administration take to the pleas that you were making to get him released?
Well, I had spoken to the Vice President about this case, and the Vice President did relay to the President. My request was when the President of the United States spoke to the President of Mexico, would he bring this case up on the phone? I later found out that did not happen. But we were able to talk to the Attorney General, the Foreign Minister, the Ambassador from Mexico, who himself was the former Attorney General and was very helpful. So by making a diplomatic push, myself and Matt Salmon were able to...
I can understand that, but again, was this a priority for the administration or not? It does not appear that it was.
I think the priority for the administration was in other places, and we did see the exchange, for example, from Guantanamo of 5 Taliban terrorists for a serviceman there, which I never fully understood. But in this particular case, we have an individual who did 2 tours in Afghanistan, was wounded in Afghanistan. Robert Buchanan, who was his commanding officer, testified at the hearing we held and said this was one of the bravest Marines that he had ever fought alongside, and so I think are you saying, sorry,
not
at the highest level.
Are you saying that Washington was too busy? That's what I hear in your answer.
I will share with you that the consulate, the U.S. consulate, did their job, did what they were supposed to do. What my request had been to the Vice President was, would the President make a phone call to the President of Mexico or bring it up during his call with to the President of Mexico. That did not happen.
You spoke with him and his family over the weekend. How was he doing?
Oh, he was in great spirits, and of course his mother was so relieved to see him, because until that day we were there waiting, you know, at the airstrip near the border as he was brought across the border. And he was elated to see Sergeant Robert Buchanan from Orange County, California, who he'd served with, and they had a great time talking there. And he was looking forward to going to have some Joe's Stone Crab, I guess he really likes, back in Florida. And his mother was waiting on the plane for him. We talked a little bit to Jill. She did a great job testifying.
Yeah, and she's been very good to us as well, talking to us over the last 7 months of an ordeal that is now thankfully over. Ed Royce, thank you, and thank you for the work that you put into this as well.
Thank you.
You bet, Martha.